Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and the host of this show, the Take Your Life Back radio show, in combination with the YouTube channel Take Your Life Back Today show video. We have done two different episodes on narcissism. This is the opposite of a narcissist and is an empath, and it could be a bad thing if you date one. Empathy is a highly valued and attractive trait in a significant other. But friends, sometimes people feel empathy to the very extreme. These people are called empaths. There are a few surefire ways to tell if your partner is an empath, which comes with its own shares of pros and cons in navigating a healthy relationship. In relationships, there are certain qualities we look for in a significant other. Our love stories and desires may be different, but for many people, empathy ranks high on the list of desirable traits in a partner to be. But what happens when someone feels empathy to the extreme? They could be an empath. According to Judith Orloff, psychiatrist and author of The Empath's Survival Guide, an empath is an emotional sponge. They are somebody who absorbs the stress and also the positive emotions into their own bodies from other people. Orloff told Business Insider, to put it simply, empaths are opposite of narcissists. They are not just highly sensitive, they are on a more extreme of a emotional spectrum. It might sound rare or unlikely, but as Hello Giggles pointed out, it's pretty likely that you know someone who fits the description of an empath, which means that it's worth understanding how to tell, as well as the good and the bad of dating an empath. There are tests and quizzes you can take to determine if you or someone you know fits the description of an empath. But there are also telltale signs, each of which have their own implications. My friends, they feel what you feel, but to a whole new, higher level. Essentially, this is the defining trait of an empath. Empaths are highly attuned to other people's moods, good and bad, according to the Huntington HuffPost, I should say. They feel everything, sometimes to an extreme. My friends, this can even mean physical symptoms with empaths developing sympathy pains out of unity. They sometimes take on their loved one's pain in their body, so they actually feel it, Orloff said. An empath will be there to listen and to share your joy or pain in whatever you're going through, sometimes even more than you do. This can be great and feel like having an ally on your side, but it can also be a bit overwhelming when you need a level-headed, logical response or a simple, impartial listening ear to the problem at hand at this moment. They love spending time with you, but also need time alone. It might seem like an empath is pushing you away or distancing themselves from you, but in reality, they are just trying to take a break from absorbing your feelings in addition to their own feelings, which can be exhausting to them. Taking on the emotions of others can be draining, so empaths need to recharge their batteries and take a step back. They do this quite often, and you'll be able to tell when they do it. With that said, when they're with you, an empath is happy to spend lots of time together, even preferring alone time over going to overwhelming places like the mall or the movies. This all might make them appear antisocial or moody, but really, it's their own way of checking in with themselves and replenishing themselves. They are good listeners to a point of neglecting their own needs. An empath is happy to hear your story, give you advice, and let you feel what you need to feel. That said, they are feeling along with you. They are willing to give, sometimes too much, without asking you to give them anything back. According to Orloff, the key is communication. Make sure that you're listening and asking the empath in your life if they are feeling all right or if they need you. They might not be as willing to communicate their needs, but everyone needs someone to listen sometimes. That is just a basic facts in life. They have trouble saying no, so don't let them. Boundaries are difficult for empaths, according to Judith Orloff. This could result in a struggle when it comes to using the word no. What I always tell them is no is a complete sentence, Orloff said. Learn how to say no, but don't get into a big discussion about it. Just say no, I'm sorry, I can't do this tonight. I'd rather stay home. Sometimes empaths will say yes to something even if they're not interested in doing whatever it is that you want to do at that particular moment. An empath wants to make you happy, so they're willing to do the work to keep your emotions in check at all times. They will go out of their way to please you. They will go out of their way to make sure that you're happy. So make sure that you're communicating and discussing what you both want to do. Otherwise, one person might not be fully invested or enjoying activities to the same degree as the other person. Ideally, you and your partner are both enjoying something and setting healthy boundaries. My friends, they don't respond well to criticism, so you might have to walk on eggshells. Empaths are incredibly sensitive. Though criticism isn't usually fun for everyone or anyone, it's especially taxing for an empath who is usually just trying their best to and doesn't respond well to arguments or tough criticism. Unfortunately, these kinds of conversations are necessary and healthy for relationships, so it's best to adjust a bit to your significant other's needs. Loving an empath means having to maintain open communications at all times, keeping in mind that your words have power and that they should be used wisely. When it comes to critiques or disagreements, make sure that it is done with intention of kindness and solely for the purpose of moving forward. They give it their all but need to know when it's time to call it quits. My friends, empaths put a lot into their relationships. Sometimes way too much. They care so much that they can take it a step too far and leave themselves totally drained, emotionally raw, and searching for absolute answers, which can be hard to find when it comes to relationships at times. Empaths are often problem solvers, thinkers, and studiers of many different things, according to the minduleash.com website. As for empaths are concerned, there where a problem is, so too is the answer. They often will search until they find one, if only for a peace of mind. Sometimes for whatever reason, my friends, you have to know when it's not right. Not all relationships are meant to be perfect. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Together we can help each other take our lives back. Be good to yourselves and be good to each other. And remember, a simple smile to a total stranger can help that stranger in their day and can change your life. We have discussed 3 different versions of narcissism. The difference between narcissism and empath, spirituality, and narcissism itself. Take good care. May God bless each and every one of you. Take care.